Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing sort of like a summer collective book haul. There's a lot of books that I've purchased this summer and just received from companies and authors that I really want to share with you guys that I haven't shown you yet. So I have a big pile right here next to me that I'm going to get into. I'm going to first start off with books that I purchased on my own and then move into books that were sent to me. The first and probably most exciting book of this book haul is going to be It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. If you guys know anything about me, you know that Colleen Hoover is my favorite author, and this is especially exciting because I got this book at her launch party signing, and so it's signed to me. It says Laura XOXO Colleen, and it was just such a wonderful experience to get to see her and meet her for the second time. Not only because she's my favorite author and it was just super fun meeting her, but she actually recognized me from my YouTube channel. Like, she knew who I was, and I was just like, what? It was honestly the most surreal, crazy moment of my life, but it was such a wonderful experience, and I'm so happy to have this in my hands here because I've not read this yet. I know so many of you guys have been tweeting me, commenting on my videos, asking me, have you read the new Colleen Hoover book? Are you doing a book talk on it? Of course I will be doing a book talk on it, I just have not gotten to it yet. Next up, we have another really exciting one. It was one of my most anticipated books of the year, and that is Under the Lights by Abby Glines, and it is the second book in the Field Party series by her. If you guys do not know, Abby Glines has so many books and I'm obsessed with all of them. She does new adult and young adult. This is her young adult series and it is phenomenal. It's about this Southern football team at a high school, and every single book follows a different football player and his love life, so to say. It's just super fun to read. I absolutely love Abby Glines' writing. It's super fast paced and fun, and I'm just really excited to continue on with this series. The next book is one that I just found at Barnes & Noble and I thought looked like an enjoyable contemporary read, and that is Wonder Lost by Jen Malone. This book, I believe, is about a girl who has this sister that's supposed to be going to do this job in Amsterdam, but something happens and she's forced to take her sister's place, so she's like doing this job for her sister under her sister's name. She meets this boy, she does all this stuff, I guess, but she's basically lying to everyone that she's her sister, but she's not, and I guess she kind of has to deal with the aftermath of all the lies that she's been telling people, but she's also falling in love and making friendships and working, and I don't really know, it just sounded really fun. If any of you guys have read this one, heard about it, definitely let me know. I've not heard anybody talk about this on BookTube yet, so definitely let me know if you've heard of it. Next, I have kind of a random book, but one that I'm super excited about nonetheless, and that is It Gets Worse, a collection of essays by Shane Dawson. You guys may or may not know, Shane Dawson is my all-time favorite YouTuber. I love him so much. I just think he's so wonderful. I love his videos so much. I loved his first book. This is the second one. It's basically just stories about his life, and I'm very excited to get into this one just because I know it'll be wonderful because Shane is a great writer and a comedian, so I think this will just be a really funny read if I'm in the mood for something like that. Next up, I have another kind of random thing, but I'm really excited about it, and that is Pride and Prejudice, the graphic novel, which you guys may not know. I am obsessed with Pride and Prejudice and Jane Austen in general, but there's like a graphic novel, and I'm not really that into graphic novels. I've read a couple, I've read Scott Pilgrim, but nothing like crazy, you know? It's kind of hard for me to read them because they get confusing to me, but I just saw this and I had to get it. Like, look at it. It's Pride and Prejudice, the graphic novel. So I figured this would be fun to read maybe during a readathon where a graphic novel is something that would be short to read, you know, easy to get through, so I thought I would just pick that up for that. Or maybe there'll just be a day where I'm in the mood to read a graphic novel and I can pick this one up. Next book I have is quite random, and that is Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. This is kind of like a classic book that I've got recommended to me a bunch of times. Whenever I tell you guys that I'm a big fan of Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, you guys always direct me to this book, which I believe is about a bunch of children that have to live in their grandmother's attic because she doesn't approve of her mother or something like that. So all these children are living in the attic together. I'm not really sure what to expect with this one, but I know that it's pretty acclaimed, so a lot of people have heard about it and read it. So if you've read this and you want to let me know if you liked it or anything like that, definitely tell me down below. Next book that I have to share with you guys is kind of random, and I didn't actually purchase this book. I took it from one of those little library things. If you've ever seen on the side of the road, like it's like a little house and there's books in it and like you take one then you put one back. Yeah, that's what I did, and I found this one in there. It's Stephen King on Writing a Memoir of the Craft, and I really love Stephen King. I respect all of his work so much, so I really care about what he has to say about writing, and I thought this would be an interesting book to pick up, so I took that from there. And then the last two books that I personally bought myself as of lately are poetry books, and those are Selected Poems by W.H. Auden, who you guys may or may not know is one of my favorite poets, and then Mouthful of Forevers by Clementine von Radix, which you may or may not know is my favorite poet. I absolutely love her. And this is, I believe, her first book. I just never owned it for some reason, so I decided to finally pick that one up as well. Okay, now moving on to books that were sent to me. I have quite a few of those as well, so I'm just gonna get right into that. First one is super exciting. That is Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I absolutely love Tahereh Mafi's writing. The Shatter Me series is one of my favorite series of all time. I absolutely love it. So I was very excited when this showed up from Penguin, so thank you very much, Penguin, for this book and a bunch more that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. But I got this before it was even out. I still have not started it, but I'm super excited about it. This is a middle grade book, but I've heard such great things about it, and I mean, Tahereh Mafi wrote it, and she's just a wonderful writer, so honestly, I would read anything she writes, so I'm very excited about this one. If you've picked it up and you've read it, definitely let me know your thoughts. Next two books that I have to share with you guys, I'm not really sure what they're about, but I know they're contemporaries, and they're both sent to me by Penguin, and that is Spontaneous by Aaron Starmer and A World Without You by Beth Revis. I've heard a little bit more about this one than this one, but they both looked really interesting to me and just like fun contemporary reads. You guys know I'll always grab onto any contemporary book that's available to me because it is my favorite genre. So if you've read either of these ones, definitely let me know either one, what they're about, or if they were good reads, whatever you have to say about them. But I'm very excited about both of them. They both look interesting. The next book I have was also sent to me by Penguin and is a contemporary, and that is The Season by Jonah Lisa Dyer and Stephen Dyer. And this book is about a girl who's a soccer player, and then her mother signs her up to be in a beauty pageant, I believe. So it looks really funny and just like it's gonna be a witty, cute read. I love contemporary books, as I've been saying this whole video. I just specifically thought this one looked really funny, so I decided to pick it up. If you've heard of it, definitely let me know if you have any thoughts on it. I have two more books that were sent to me from Penguin that I'm really not sure what they're about either, but they looked interesting to me, and I know they're pretty popular books, so I figure you guys can help me out. And that is Zodiac by Romina Russell and The Merciless by Danielle Vega. So if you have any idea what these are about, definitely let me know. I know they're pretty popular. I obviously recognize these covers a lot, but I just haven't really gotten into looking up what they're about, but I'm excited about them. This one's super cool looking. I always see this at Barnes & Noble and I almost buy it every single time, but then Penguin was like, want it? And I was like, yeah. The last three books that I have to share with you guys were sent to me independently by authors, so I'm just going to go through those quickly. First up is a romance book called Take It Off by Terry Lee, and she sent this to me for review, so thank you very much if you're watching. Next up I have Wilder, The Renegades by Rebecca Yarros, and this was really nice. She sent me this little card and a bookmark, and she also sent me a mug, which is downstairs in my cupboard, but that's just so nice, and I was really excited when I opened the box. I was like, yes, mugs, because everybody loves mugs, you know? And then lastly, I have Wait by A.L. Jackson. She also sent me a bunch of bookish swag. I think she sent me, yeah, she sent me this pen too. But A.L. Jackson has sent me lots of books before, and I really love her writing, so I'm excited for this one. So that's gonna be it for today's book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave me a comment down below letting me know which of these books sounds the most interesting to you, or if you've never heard of some of them and now you're interested to buy them, definitely tell me down below. I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. If you want, you can follow me on all of my social media down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll talk to you all in my next video. Bye!
Take these walls and rip 'em down.